Hi everyone, I'm in AAYNA today. Extremely pleased to be here with the wonderful team of doctors who take care of AAYNA Clinic Ludhiana. If you don't already know them, I'm going to introduce you to them. Dr. Jastinder Gill, Dr. Anupama Gupta, and Dr. Priyanka. So we are going to speak a little bit today and give you some insight into where we are with aesthetic and what clients like, what their favorite treatments are, what the doctor's favorite treatments are, and also let you know about things that you actually may not know are possible. So let me start with you, Dr. Gill. What is your favorite treatment? On the other hand, what is the treatment that clients love the most since you've now been doing aesthetics for so many years?
See, according to me, my most loved treatments are microneedling, but I would say microneedling is not really as a microneedling like most of the clients that they have heard of. They are quite surprised, okay, this is what microneedling is. So we have two types of microneedling, as you are very well aware. So one is with the help of a vacuum pressure, microchannels are created and a serum is infused. So we have different serums. For acne it's different, for pigmentation it's different, and anti-aging is different. And the other one, which is my favorite too, and for the clients also, is microneedling with radio frequency.
No, that's popular even in all the Delhi clinics, and actually people love the results with that.
Yeah. And we start
And with the clients like it as much as you like with night.
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
Whoever has taken it and they want to do it again, they come and tell me, kid, this is what gave me the results. As for tightening up the skin, as well as for acne scars, wonderful results.
So this is one of the other things. I call them clients because they are all people who are well. Patient is normally a terminology for somebody who's sick, typically. These are all healthy, good, but as doctors, we tend to sometimes call them patients, sometimes clients. So there's this overlap. But let me say they're all healthy, good guys. So they're all clients. So what do you think, which treatment do you think the clients like the most?
As for anti-aging, we have multiple.
No, one treatment if you have to say that the clients love the most.
See, that would be microneedling with radio frequency.
And great results.
Absolutely.
And I know, Dr. Anupama, what do you think is your favorite treatment and what do the clients like the most?
So as far as the clients go, I think the most loved treatments are hydrofacial and laser hair reduction. Those two rooms are never vacant. And our hydrofacial, people come from far and wide to do it. It's very different from what other clinics are doing.
Absolutely.
So even if they go elsewhere, they come back and the results are fabulous. Even laser hair reduction, as everyone knows, we have the soprano titanium, which is like the only one on this side of the country, and the results are fabulous.
So why do you think our hydrofacial people like so much? I always say that it's always about not the technology. Of course, we have the best technologies, no two ways about that, but it's always about the man behind the machine.
Absolutely, yeah, because you need the therapist to be very trained, you need the products to be very good. You don't need to cut any corners in terms of disposables and everything. And at AAYNA, you can be assured of all the quality.
The right things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in fact, somebody asked me the other day, what do you think makes a difference? Why is AAYNA Ludhiana different? I said, it's different. The AAYNA Delhi is different than AAYNA. So, because there's focus on good results, good client experience, best FDA approved technology, and no cutting corners anywhere, and making sure that they have the best results with the best, trained people, doctors, therapists, everybody on board. Dr. Priyanka, your favorite treatment and what do you think is most loved by the clients?
I love the most is injectables. That will be Botox, skin boosters, and fillers. They provide the necessary and much needed harmony and balance to the face, and that gives you immediate results on the table. And
So it's very gratifying.
gratifying for
So you're
the doctor and for the client.
You're a filler lady. And so you think that's also the favorite in your view?
Yes, I'm glad
They
because
love it.
like we spoke about that the skill of the doctor
Is very
is very important, and the point that not overdoing is also very important.
To keep look your best self, but keep it natural and aesthetic. I think that's always been the strength of our systems, and we focus on that. And okay, so let me talk about men. The number of men coming in, it's a different world now, I think. And a lot of times I'm out and people will talk about treatments and aesthetics, and they'll say, okay, we are aesthetic medicine specialists, we're dermatologists. They'll say, oh no, men also come in. I tell them, yes, men come in all the time. So what's been your experience in general? Let me ask you, start with you, Dr. Priyanka. Do men come in for treatments?
Yes.
What do they typically like to come in?
50% of our clientele, and if you would not believe it, it is the men. You know, they come in for all the anti-aging treatments that, and nowadays we've pretty well educated that Botox fillers, they are not only for women. All the men are also getting it done. Whosoever wants a strong jawline, we are recommending fillers to them as well. And they get everything done, the anti-aging procedures, the double chip reductions, and the skin lifting. So they are interested in that as well. And all the young men, they are pretty much into laser hair reduction too. They don't want to get their bodies fixed. So that is one of
I agree. I think laser hair reduction and all. At the end of the day, everybody has a right looking pretty good men, women, anybody. So it's not- And what about hair loss? What do you think hair loss for men? Do they come in for that as a concern also? That must be a big
Definitely a
concern.
big concern. We have, I think so, quite a few men clients with us who are undergoing treatment for hair loss, both androgenic alopecia, and there's very young boys also coming in to us, even alopecia areata for that matter.
No.
And we are giving them different treatment options.
Right.
One of our favorites is the injectables, injecting the growth factors and peptides into the scan. Wonderful results for females with it. And for men, we sometimes do a combination of PRP and the injectable growth factors. So wonderful results, and we are very happy. They come for the maintenance sessions too on a regular basis.
So now when we are talking about in-clinic treatments, how we also we have a lot of focus now on hair, products, not just for hair, but for in-clinic products. So what role do you think that in-clinic treatments and products together will play? So when a client will typically come in for a treatment, would you also give them products? And how important do you think that is?
Definitely, home care is definitely needed, just alone doing the procedures here is not going to help you. If you have to, I always give them an example that as for anything, a good health, that you have to work as a total. You can't just do things. And my foremost recommendation, if somebody comes and tells me we don't do anything, I just start them with the moisturizer and the sunscreen. That is the most essential.
Everybody
Needs it.
It's a polluted environment. Life happens. Your skin takes its toll on your skin. Stresses, pollution, everything. So you've got to have basic. But along with supposing we are treating hair loss or we are treating skin scarring. So if you have a treatment, then the results are much better. They go a long way if you're using skincare products at home. And again, let me also emphasize one more thing here. It's also just not any skincare product. It's what your doctors recommended. And this is something I totally maintain. If buying it from any platform or just because there's no outcome attached to it. You can't go back and tell a doctor, okay, this didn't work, that didn't work. So everything has to be outcome attached, which means that your doctor's got to recommend because they have the responsibility then to make sure that you're giving them a good result. So that is one of the other things. And I am a great proponent of in-clinic treatments along with home care products goes a long way. So sometimes people might say, okay, can you just give me products? But what are the in-clinic treatments that you think are a must for which concerns have to be addressed by in-clinic treatments?
So the thing is that home care has its relevance, but to address concerns properly. For instance, sometimes people say, I'll use this serum, it's a lifting one, it's a firming one. But to be honest with you, it was helped very marginally. It will need to come to the clinic, you need to do a recontouring, whether it's with a HIFU or with XLS or fillers. So definitely for anti-aging, home care alone will not help, even under any circumstances.
Even for things like scarring and all, like scarring.
So for other things which are very overt, like acne, scars, you can't treat them at home.
You can't.
And with a pill or a cream. So you need a holistic treatment. You need to treat it from within and from without. And at least
you have to have a treatment in clinic for acne scars, for example, and acne. Maybe acne you could still resolve with medicines, but I still maintain that, the hydration that's necessary sometimes with over use of medication through acne and all needs to be resolved in clinic treatments. acne scarring, you've got to build up the collagen that's been lost, the fibrous tissue that comes because of excessive. That has to be addressed by in-clinic treatments like microneedling, laser treatments that we do. How do you typically address people when blackening skin, sagging skins, double chin, contouring? They come in for those concerns, right?
Wonderful devices for that. We do high intensity focused ultrasound. That is for the double chin reduction and lower facelift as well. Plus we have monopolar RF XLS treatment with us that give wonderful results for lifting the lower face.
I absolutely.
Not only the lower face, that it works for the full face.
And neck also.
And neck also. So they are the wonderful tools that we have for when we aim at the double chin reduction on face.
Yeah. You also do add contouring, you will add some filler or
Some
something.
fillers also.
This, for men, you have the stronger fillers to create stronger jawlines, and for women, you will lift with volume. And again, lifting is also like a very important part, I think, of the whole game. As you get older, that is something that everybody's worried about.
And then multiple modalities are also needed when you want to lift something for a longer period of time. Be it energy-based devices followed by fillers is always better, working better for it.
And I know, what about brides? How do you we have a lot of brides who come to see us. How much time do you think that before should they come in if they want to address every issue that they want to be, for it to look perfect on their big special day?
So see, 6 months is ideal, but sometimes they come to us with lesser time. So at least 2 to 3 months. And the brides need all aspects to be attended to, like laser hair reduction, definitely, hydrofacial, even contouring. Sometimes they have bulky faces. We can slim them down, and all concerns really, even weight reduction, belly fat reduction. So depending on the client.
Yeah, I think one of the other things which people are not aware of is that AAYNA, we run Akara, which is a wonderful segment, which is non-invasive weight loss. So, contouring, slimming of the thighs, improving love handles, reducing belly fat, all done non-invasively, and improving the lymphatic circulation done in a very scientific manner. We all talk about it, so people do come in for those concerns. And what about men, just in the, they do come in, that was one of the things we didn't talk about, that men, rooms before their wedding, brides before their wedding, they want a nicely contoured, their back roll should be perfect, the back roll should be nice, the arms should look slim because you're wearing like
the girls, the brides are looking for that. So for the brides, out of it we talk about the Akara. The most loved is the balancer, that is a detoxification. So just 1 or 2 sessions of balancer alone, they are very happy with it. That little dress, which you can't zip up. So
because I think
that is
also
taken care of.
It improves fluid retention, water retention. It organizes the lymphatic circulation in a more scientific, so they're all very scientific tools that we actually use. I think it's a very dermatology heavy system in terms of big doctors, but we also have a huge nutritional and a weight loss setup where the nutritionist, head of nutrition, will target your lifestyle concerns and give you non-invasive treatments to make sure that you are healthy, fit, well-toned, and have all your contours in place. What are the other things that you think brides will want to do typically? Sometimes I feel they also have very bulky faces.
Right. Say boosters. Yeah, boosters is a very good idea.
So what is your understanding and your feel about skin boosters today? Because this is suddenly it's all come into focus. It's always been there. We've been doing Profilo for such a long time. Restylane Vital was one of the very popular treatments. So what is your understanding of skin boosters, all three of you? What do you think it really helps? And are people happy with it?
They're very happy for it. Even those people who were not open to injectables earlier, they want to go ahead with the skin boosters. What comes their clients who were not open once we introduce the skin boosters to them. So even young and old, like the hydration that the skin boosters gives them,
is
the
unparalleled.
glow gives, they get that instant
I
glow.
absolutely agree.
So like for a bride to be, or even for a mother-in-law to be, so you have a wedding in the family, it's the to-go treatment, if you don't want to do much.
I mean, I always look at, for example, a lot of these treatments as injectable moisturizers which stay for a long time.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just typically put it at that. If it was like in one sentence, injectable moisturizer with very No, it's not invasive. You don't even have a bruise or anything. You put it there, it stays for up to 6 months. I think that's how I would
To add it up, I guess it helps in the pigmentation as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And white scars also. It improves
The appearance of your scars, the texture, open pores, fine lines, wrinkles, everything will drastic improvement of this.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk a little bit about something that people worry about a lot, Botox. Botox is this fearful myths about Botox. So, and I also want to say, I think what a lot of these treatments do is they'll address the emotion, which comes with age. It becomes, you start looking saggy, sad, tired, which comes through some area or the other. So these treatments are supposed to address those concerns rather than, making you look your unnatural self. So that's really how good aesthetics should be. So now for Botox, what are your thoughts on Botox, Anu?
So, like you very rightly said, Botox is more about emotions.
Yeah.
And there is no age for Botox. I want to call it like that because the earlier you start, you prevent the lines from becoming static, right? And we do it in a very gentle way so that, basically you give a very happy look and you just look younger for your age.
Yeah.
So Botox is also operator dependent. I feel like the person doing it has to be skilled with the right hand, with the right product. You can't go wrong.
Oh, absolutely. And it's got good, predictable results. That is the one thing about Botox. You're always going to, but again, caution here, it's important to get a natural result with the Botox. If you do a Botox which looks like it's done, no point doing that Botox. Any treatment for that matter, you just have to keep looking your best, better self naturally and start looking like you used to do when you were years younger. So a lot of these treatments are also focused on making your face look a little more V-shaped, which is what typically you are when you're younger. As you get older, it starts ballooning up, and so so they focus on getting it to look your little more youthful self. And I agree that you've got to age naturally, you've got to age gracefully, but you can still age gracefully while looking your best self. So I really look forward to a lot of you coming to AAYNA Ludhiana. You've got the best doctors, the best nutritionists, the best team of people, the best technologies, and the most beautiful, relaxing environment. It's a totally medical luxury space to look forward to seeing you all at AAYNA Ludhiana.